Good afternoon, y'all. I am out today in the Great Smoky Mountains, just doing a short hike. Wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about my upcoming Appalachian Trail through hike starting February the 20th. So I'm out actually hiking Spruce Flats Falls Trail, or I'm getting ready to start hiking it. I did do a video on this trail already, so I'll just put a link in the description so you can watch it, because I will just go and tell you that this video is going to be a lot of talking. I know I've gotten a lot of new subscribers over the past week, and so I'm not sure how many of y'all have actually watched any of my videos yet. So I thought I would talk a little bit about myself and why I want to through hike the Appalachian Trail. I have my AT gear on me. Look, there's baby Yoda. I'm gonna have to find a better spot for him. I don't think this is a good spot. So I haven't figured it out yet. I could put him like right here, and I could be like IG-11. So I don't want to have to explode myself to save the baby. Okay, so let's talk about me. That sounds so narcissistic. Let me tell you all about me. Maybe let's reword that. I have been on YouTube now for the past 2 years, so I have a ton of videos. Most of my hiking and backpacking has been in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. I have done what is called the 900 miler, which means I've hiked all the official open trails in the Smokies and back. So some of the other hiking that I've done is to like Glacier National Park. My husband and I did a 6-day backpacking trip there. And then of course I've done a bunch of like state park hikes. If you do go back and watch any of my videos, I do a lot of solo backpacking, solo hiking. Yeah, I've been hiking now and backpacking for the last 5 years, almost every weekend. I would say for the most part, like averaging every weekend. Okay, I've decided to turn my camera around so you can see more of the trail, since it's kind of on me. And I want you all to be able to kind of at least engage with the trail. So obviously I can't see myself. Not that I need to see myself while I film. But if something looks weird, I'm not gonna know. Anyway, so I am married. My husband's name's Jerry. He's in a ton of my videos. He's a pretty funny guy. And he has done a lot of backpacking and hiking with me. He's been very, very supportive of my through hike. And he plans to come out and meet me along the trail, bring me resupply stuff, help me switch out my gear, and hopefully he'll get to do some hiking with me too. He is taking me to the trailhead, and I am a mom. I have 2 grown children of my own from a previous marriage. They're both adults now in their 20s. And then I have 2 stepchildren, which is my husband, Jerry's sons. Oh, let me show you this view here. It's kind of cool. Just kind of want you to feel like you know me a little bit better. And because one of the things I really like doing with my videos is I like it to be personal. I like it to feel like you and I are hiking together. So I want to show you the trail. I want to show you what I'm experiencing, what I'm feeling. So you just really feel like you're right here. And I want you to feel like a friend. I hope you feel like a friend. I consider you all friends. So that's kind of my style with my videos, and that's how I'll do my through hike videos. It won't be all talking like this. It'll be a mix of the trail and my experiences, and very likely, because I'm gonna be solo hiking, and there'll probably be times when I solo hike I talk more. But I will try really hard to be conscientious about not just blabbering on mindlessly and giving you all at least something worth listening to. which is probably not what I'm doing right now. But folks, this is a real me, blabbermouth. Okay, so why do I want to through hike? I mean, obviously there's the obvious answer I think a lot of hikers have, is when you're out and you hike regularly and you really love it and enjoy it, there's something about the idea of just being out there all the time that just seems very peaceful and tranquil. But obviously through hiking is much more than just being out in the woods and whatever, you know, there's so much more to it than that. I was going over a rocky area. I didn't want to fall. By the way, I don't have my trekking poles with me for this hike because it's fairly easy and short, and I've hiked it plenty of times before. But I mean, obviously I'll have my trekking poles with me on my through hike, and I'll be using those a lot, all the time actually. The only thing I did not pack, I'm getting sidetracked, I know, but the only thing I did not pack that I just thought about is 4 days worth of food. I have a few snacks in here, but I actually did not put 4 days worth of food. I have my water, but my pack does still feel pretty light, quite honestly. So I'm thinking 4 days worth of food won't be too horribly bad. Let's get back to what I was talking about earlier, which is why I am wanting to through hike. And then I'm also going to talk to you a little bit about why I chose to quit my job to do this. And so back to why I want to through hike. So yes, the first backpacking trip I ever did 5 years ago, I fell in love with backpacking. I loved it so much, and I get such a peace from being out in the woods. It's hard to describe, but I do, and I mentioned this in a video a long time ago. I don't like to talk about it a lot. I think because I feel embarrassed, which is silly because I'm obviously not alone. But I do suffer from some depression and anxiety. More anxiety, I think, than depression. And what happens is the anxiety causes me to be depressed. Truthfully, lately, I have not been feeling like any depression. It's crazy, and I don't know if it is because that I finally made this decision, you know, like for real. Sorry, hon, I think my cover was dirty. That I finally made this decision to do this, and I announced it, turned in my notice, and I had so much support that it's, I don't know, it's crazy, but I really have been walking on cloud nine this past few weeks, and I hope that's how I feel on the trail. It usually is. We've crested the top of this trail here. I do still have a lot of anxiety. It's not constant, and I'm really good about, even when I have anxiety, I still do stuff. I don't like let it stop me from doing things, obviously, but I'll, particularly like in the evenings, in the mornings, well, I don't know, a lot. Okay, because more people, hold on a second. 5 hours later. So because I do suffer from that anxiety, which really causes me a lot of stress, and I have a tendency to overthink. I'm an overthinker, which does not help someone who has anxiety. But then again, maybe I have anxiety. Maybe I'm an overthinker because I have anxiety. I don't know. So when I go out in the woods, especially when I'm doing things solo, it really helps alleviate that a lot. And I just feel so close to nature in so many ways. It's hard to describe, but I do. So, you know, part of my reason to through hike is partially for those reasons, just to help take a lot of that away from me. And hopefully maybe doing this will take even more away, you know, permanently, where I won't have it as often. I won't experience it so much. But also, this has just been my dream. I mean, since I started backpacking, I don't know. I mean, I had heard about the AT for years, but I didn't really, I guess, think as much about it when I was younger. But after I started backpacking, it's just something that has been on my mind constantly since that time. And it's just something I really wanted to do. I am the kind of person that I do like challenging myself. I like setting goals. I like accomplishing things. I feel more myself when I'm doing those things. So just to give you a little example of myself, before I started hiking and backpacking 5 years ago, well, I actually hiked before that off and on through the years, but like regularly hiking 5 years ago, I was a runner. I ran pretty consistently for about 5 or 6 years, and I did a marathon. I've done tons of half marathons, tons of 5Ks, you know, just lots and lots of running. I couldn't even tell you how many miles I ran. But anyway, so I did that. And then before that, well, I'm sorry, not before, but like kind of in the middle, I did bodybuilding. I did that for a couple years, and I even did a figure competition. So, like I said, I'm just always doing things to try to challenge myself. A little bit else about me, and maybe one of the reasons I'm the way I am, I don't know, but I was a single mom for 16 years. So for 16 years, it was just me and my 2 kids. And I'm gonna tell you, that's something that really challenges you to overcome a lot, you know, overcome obstacles. And I had to do that. I had to be able to take care of myself and my 2 kids. And I'm so proud of my kids. They're doing so well for themselves. I'm really proud of my stepkids. I mean, they've made a huge change in themselves the past couple years. And I kind of always feel like kids do what they see. They see you overcoming things. They see you challenging yourself. They see you not saying I can't do things, but saying I can. They will do them. They will do the same. They will. That's what they'll know. And so for me, this through hike is just another way to be a better mom, to be a better person. I mean, I think there's something about a through hike that really builds character and can help you be a better person. And pretty much everything you have on you, I mean, everything that you own or that you need to survive, you carry on you. And having to kind of overcome those obstacles along that 6-month journey, I can't believe that it doesn't make someone a much better person. And I certainly hope that's what it's going to do for me. That's what I want. Not that I think I'm a bad person, but I think we all have room for improvement as a human being. We all have room to be better than we are. And we should always want that for ourselves and for those around us. I just ran into Lindsay and Rob. They're subscribers of my channel. You guys live in this area, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's so cool. We're talking about my Appalachian Trail through hike. So,
good luck to you.
Thank you. That was so awesome. I'm glad they spoke to me. So if y'all ever see me out, make sure to speak to me, because honestly, I'm really bad sometimes at paying attention or recognizing people. And I know that's terrible because so many of y'all comment all the time. So honestly, if I don't seem like I recognize you, please don't take that personal. It's just because I'm really bad at that. All right, so that was Spruce Flats Falls that you saw earlier. I am headed back. I was kind of trying to get up the steep part before I started talking again. I lost my train of thought on what I was going to say. Getting back to what we have been talking about, that is probably another really long video. Yes, I quit my job, and just so y'all know, I am in my mid-40s, and so for me, a lot of people who thru hike are either people right out of high school or right out of college, so kind of young, kind of starting out, maybe haven't really established their career, or they're people who are retired, you know, recently retired, been retired for a while, or they're just independently wealthy people who can, you know, do whatever they want. And then you have a small group of people who will just quit their job, or for some reason they lost a job, or you know, in between jobs, things like that. Now, I am the person who quit my job, but I think a lot of people who decide to thru hike are leaving a job that they're dissatisfied with, that they really don't like it, or they don't like the work that they do. So they choose, you know, to leave and then have this like kind of this transition with the thru hike. And that just was not really the case for me. What I do for a living, I'm a web developer, digital media marketer person. Like, so basically, I work in a marketing department for tourism. So I basically manage most of all the digital media, which was things like email marketing, our app, our website. I did all of the content. I did all of I didn't do the original development, but I redesigned the site, and I did a lot of the coding for that and things like that. I also manage content and information in our CRM database. So anyway, I do a lot of tech-key digital media stuff. And the decision to quit my job was not easy. It was really, really tough for me. Like I said, it's a good job, and a really good job. I mean, I'm not saying I made loads and loads of money, but I mean, I didn't make bad money by no means. And I worked with some amazing people. I still work with amazing people. I'm there until the first part of February, and that's just hard. It's hard to leave a place where you really like the people, you like the environment, you love the environment, and you know, there's benefits to a job that outweigh any kind of, like, whether it's pay or whether it's, you know, whatever type of like insurance and things like that, although those things are very important. But it's those things that make you really enjoy your job, to look forward to going to work. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, there was times I got stressed. Okay, here comes more people. Okay. I always hate talking, like when I'm walking by somebody on the trail. It feels like it's rude, and I don't want to do that. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So it was just, like I said, it's been a really great work environment, and just some really fantastic, wonderfully kind people. My bosses, one is my supervisor boss, and the one's she's the president of the company, and and she's just super awesome. I mean, she's just always trying to do nice things for us to make us, you know, feel appreciated. And so, like I said, just beyond not only the people, but the work I was doing, that I actually really do enjoy doing web development work. This was a really hard decision. It took me, you know, a year of planning and just really thinking about it, praying about it, and realizing that when push came to shove, I wanted this more than anything, which meant I had to give up something else and make a lot of sacrifices. And I think that's just the thing with deciding to do something like a thru hike, simply because of the time it takes, I mean, that's 6 months out of your life. So when you make that kind of choice, or you decide you want to do something like that, you're gonna have to sacrifice. And so I ultimately had to choose to follow my dreams and live the life that I want to live. I mean, as far as accomplishing things and doing the things that make me feel like me, that make me feel alive, that make me feel like I have purpose. And so I had to sacrifice other things, even things that were good, things that were comfortable, things that were, that I wasn't necessarily unhappy with. And all I can say about my job is they have been nothing but incredibly supportive. I mean, beyond supportive. It just amazes me. I wasn't sure what to expect when I turned in my notice, but they have been nothing but incredibly supportive. And it's just, it actually makes it even harder to leave, because you realize sometimes you don't appreciate things until you don't have them. And then when you start, so then seeing that it's coming to an end is like, it's like bittersweet, because it makes me sad, because I just realized just how valuable of people I work with and how great of a place to work it has been. But I like to be positive and believe that the future always holds great things, and that when we take risk in life, sometimes, especially good risk, that we can be rewarded for it. So I am going to stay positive, and like I said, my co-workers, my bosses, they've been very, 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 very positive, very supportive, and it means the world to me. You all have been incredibly supportive. My friends have been supportive, my husband, my kids. I mean, I could not ask for a bigger blessing, and quite truthfully, in many ways, it makes me feel like this was all meant to be, just because how much support I've had. And of course, not everyone fully supports me, and I guess that's just how it is, and you just accept that, and but that's okay. One of the things I hope the trail will give me is that ability to find the silver lining, to find the positive in everything, even when situations aren't the greatest. That's my goal, that's my hope, to be able to do those things, to be able to not take myself too seriously, to be able not to take life too seriously. Sometimes I do that, sometimes I let things mean more than they need to mean, and I'm hoping when you have to do with a lot less, it forces that on you. One of the other things with through hiking that it's going to give me is the ability to be more minimalist. I think we get real wrapped up in stuff, and that ultimately just causes us unhappiness, whether it's because we can't have something or whatever. And to want for less would be, for me, a positive from this through hike. And I mean, I can already tell you, just from hiking and backpacking, I want for less already. So this is really forcing me and Jerry to both be more conscientious about what we own and what we need and what we really want. So yeah, I mean, and I'm just going to tell you something. I'm not telling someone who's watching this, oh, run out and quit your job. Because it's not just a simple, hey, quit your job. Obviously, I spent a year planning this. I had to save up the money. I had to do without a lot. Like, I mean, I spent no money on anything. I didn't buy clothes. I bought frozen dinners to eat at lunch. I rarely ate out. And I mean, I just didn't do anything. I didn't go to the movies. I didn't buy any kind of things I might want. All just save up for this. And again, like I said, I have to sacrifice a steady income, a good steady income, and health insurance to do something like this. And I know some people might think that's stupid. And I get that. I mean, you have to live the life you want to live for yourself. But this makes me feel alive. This makes me feel 100% like me. And not that I am not going to miss my husband like crazy. That is going to be the hardest part of this hike, is that. I know that. But we will still talk to each other a lot. We will get to see each other hopefully a lot. So I can't help but be excited. And I just want to tell you all that if there's something you want in your heart, if there's something you desire that you can't stop thinking about, that you want to do in your life, some dream you want to follow, and it doesn't even have to be anything to do with hiking. Just know that you have it within you to do it. You have it within you to accomplish whatever you want to accomplish, whether that's getting the job you want, whether it's leaving the job you have because you want something else, whether it's being in that relationship you want to have, getting out of the relationship you don't want to be in, whether it's traveling, whether it's buying that home you want, whatever those things are in your life. I believe that we have tangible ways to have all the things we want. Just like I said, there's always a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. You just have to believe in yourself and believe that you are the key and that you hold the power. And you have to believe in that. You have to stop listening to all those voices in your head, all the thoughts that tell you you're not good enough, or you're not capable enough, or that person is better than you, because that's not the reality. Even me, I mean, I'm just like you. And I just choose to not only talk about the things I wish I could do in my life, but make it happen. And sometimes you have to do that. It means taking big, huge, scary risk. But I believe the rewards come from that. So I hope that this long, rambling video will inspire you. You guys tell me all the time I inspire you. I want to really, truly inspire you, because I believe in every single one of you all, that you have the capabilities to do whatever you want. And I hope that this will today plant the seed inside of you that says, hey, I can do things. And start out baby steps. It doesn't have to be a big, huge thing. Just something small. I mean, something that you say to yourself, oh, I'm just too scared to do that. Or, oh, I don't know about doing that. Or, well, I would like to do that, but. Don't say but. Say, I would like to do that. How can I do it? How can I make it happen? And start saying that to yourself. And you will be amazed at the doors you can open in your life. I promise you that. I mean, the whole positivity law of attraction, it's not BS. It truly isn't. I truly believe our mind can unlock so much if we allow ourselves to do that. I mean, our bodies are so capable of so much more than we give it credit for. And it starts here. It really does. So that is why I quit my job. It is why I am taking on the challenge of hiking 2,193 miles across 14 states over the span of about 6 months, because I believe in myself, and I believe that I am good enough. No matter what these voices, no matter what those thoughts want to tell me that I'm not, I believe I am. And I believe I can accomplish things, and I believe in you. So I hope I inspired you, and I hope that my Thru hike can serve a purpose. I hope it can enhance your life. You all have enhanced my life, and I am so grateful for all of you and so happy you're here. Thank you so much, and until the next video, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Happy trails, and love you guys. Bye.